Many of you here today knew our grandfather longer than either one of us has been alive. But as his granddaughters, we had a unique and special relationship with him.
This relationship isn't something that you can put into words.
All we can hope to do today
is to highlight some of the memories which grew directly out of it. We will always remember waking up in the apartment in New York and seeing Grandpa eat his usual breakfast, Cheerios with bananas on top.
I can still picture him putting half the bottle of baby powder in each of his socks so that he smelled like it all the time. Or watching him throw a few swings with his golf club in our backyard on his private course.
And the sound of his hearing aid beeping when I hugged him too tightly. And being the fast talker that I am, he always had to say, "Lauren, you gotta slow down. I can't understand you when you talk that fast." He never forgot to mention his golden rule of the refrigerator either. Take one Coke can out and put another back in.
He never missed his annual afternoon nap on Thanksgiving Day with my grandfather Seymour on the couch in our living room. I even helped him sneak away from my graduation party to get a quick one in before it was over.
You could always count on him to meet you at the entrance of the apartment with his wagon ready to load in our overpacked suitcases, and he never failed to ask if we were moving in for the year. He also loaded us back into the car when we were heading back to Massachusetts with the same wagon, even though barely any of our things would fit in it.
I remember the sound first thing in the morning of his slippers shuffling on the floor when he went down the hallway to make breakfast. And I remember how, when I was younger, he would answer my most ridiculous questions with the best response that he could give. I once asked him how many teacups you would have to stack in order to reach the moon if you started from the top of Mount Everest. I don't remember all these years later what answer he gave me, but I remember he did it with a straight face.
Some of the sweetest memories we will always cherish are watching him hold onto Grandma's arm when we'd walk through the city.
And he'd always say the sweetest things when you least expected it. And all you could think about was how lucky you were to hear it.
We are two of the luckiest people in this room.
We had a wonderful grandfather. We loved him unconditionally, and we know he felt the same.
We get to remember all the times we shared with him, and we know that he lived a full and wonderful life.
Karen, Amy, John.
Hello, I'm Karen Greenberg, Herb's niece, and I'd like to introduce our dear friends Amy Burton and John Musto, who will be performing Bist du bei mir, which is a German song from the early 18th century. And I'm going to, the song is in German, but I will read you the lyrics in English just so you understand how beautifully apropos the song is. With you by my side, I go with joy to death and to my rest. Ah, how pleasant would my end be if it were your dear fair hands that closed my devoted eyes.
I guess I just want to say one thing. When I think about a life well lived, it's always sad when it ends, but if someone has had a life this full, that's just about as good as it gets. And I feel this, whoever wrote this song, we really don't know. It was attributed to Bach. It turns out it wasn't Bach, but whoever wrote this song had that feeling when they wrote it.